Dylan Thomas now. He is near Interlochen and Network in Boulder County. Dylan, what are you seeing out there?
Luckily, for those of you who've been watching with our coverage for the last several hours, the view behind me is definitely different from what we saw just a matter of an hour ago. For the most part, it's a black horizon as if it was any other given night, but there's still those little pops of flames like this one right behind me. You'll see them here and there, but that's a lot better than what we were seeing just a matter of an hour or two ago, where you were seeing homes going up in flames just right here in the distance right behind me. We do have an update for you when it comes down to the medical issues going on out here. We do know at least one law enforcement officer was injured in this response. We know that they are expected to be okay. We have no reports of fatalities, which is great news, but as Jim alluded to earlier in the show, the sheriff mentioned that they wouldn't be surprised if that news changes tomorrow as the investigation continues. 2 hospitals, because of this fire, had to be evacuated. One of them being the UC Health was actually accepting 6 patients, and then also one of them was also the Good Samaritan Medical Center. They actually had to evacuate a large percentage of their patients, their most critical patients, due to smoke inhalation issues, sending them to other partnering places like St. Joseph Hospital, Luther Medical Center, Platte Valley Medical Center. They tell us at this hour they have completed all of their evacuations thanks to all of those emergency workers who are driving ambulances back and forth. They say they evacuated over 100 patients, and about 54 patients were evacuated, and about 100 remain at this hour. Another hospital being the Vista Adventist Hospital. That was the first one that needed to be evacuated. They evacuated those from the ED, the ICU, the NICU, and said that they were able to get them out of there because the smoke was coming in, really causing issues with how they were able to treat people. But once again, we know that UC Health in Broomfield accepted at least 6 people, their injuries. We do not know the extent of those. It could be anything from smoke inhalation to everything else. We also saw that there was 2 people from the Forest Service who showed up, parked, and walked in. They were covered in ash. I didn't have the opportunity to ask them if they were okay, but they were definitely heading in there seemingly to get checked. One tip of advice, they say, if you have breathing issues in general, consider taking out your COVID-19 mask you've been wearing to protect yourself from COVID-19, because right now these actually might be helping you as well from the different air pollutants that are coming from this fire.